yeah, the body keeps the score because you can only have trauma if you have a body. Welcome back to one's journey of unwinding the mind and, of course, your daily microdose. Now tune in to the latest episode of One's Journey. Today's topic is really exciting. And the reason why it's really exciting is because I went down this rabbit hole for so long. And now I've completely untied the rabbit hole and realized OMG. The weight is again coming from the place of the ego. It is another smoke and mirrors meant to keep us stuck. So the body does keep the score, in fact. So let's start out. Body keeps the score. If you've ever read that book or have looked into what that means, is really this belief that in order to heal from trauma, you need to unpack it out of the body because you store it in your body through your nervous system. Your nervous system keeps the score, which may be in back pain or IBS or any sort of ailment, is actually a result of trauma. Yeah, it's true. But there's a catcher here. And I have had some amazing breathwork sessions. I've had some amazing time with energy healing in the past. But the thing was that I had to have healing at the level of the mind first in order to allow the body to release whatever it was holding. We're going to take this even deeper today. This is going to blow your mind. If the body keeps the score and trauma is stored within the body, if you realize you are not a body, how can you have trauma? Trauma is a result of believing you are a body. Holy crap! So, Ashley, what you're telling me is that instead of doing all of this healing at the level of the body, if I just do the healing at the level of the mind and realize I'm not a body, all of my trauma will go away? Yeah, I think that's what I'm telling you guys. Does that not blow your mind? So if we think about it, the cyclical vision of this, so right now, body healing is like a $bajillion business. I don't even know. It's got to be maybe in the trillions now with the amount of body workers out there. Doctors is body healing too. But we've learned that that's all magic. And if in fact it was sustainable, you would never have to do it again. But the thing is, I know people who do energy healing and they have to go have an energy clearing, energy healing every week, every couple weeks, or they don't feel themselves. Well, first of all, they've trained their mind to believe that they need that in order to feel a certain way, so it's become a crutch. But if you knew you were not a body, then none of that would matter and you would never have to do it. So yeah, the body keeps the score because you can only have trauma if you have a body, if you actually believe you are a body. But we are in this illusion, and even body workers and energy workers say that. They say you are not a body, that you are energy. So yeah, they've kind of just shifted it from one thing to another. But in fact, you are none of it. You are outside of the energy. You are outside of the body. So if you are none of that, then you can't have trauma created or your energy disrupted because you are not it. You are not a body. You are eternal love, my friend. So I guess what I'm telling you here is, yeah, while you still are struggling with believing you are a body, which I think we all are because we're here, some of those things might be helpful, but it happens at the level of the mind first before you can release it. And let me give you an example. I had an amazing breathwork session right after I really got into the New Age movement. And it was, if I can find the video, I've been trying to get it from the woman who took the video. It was like a literal exorcism. I felt that demons were coming out of me. But there was another girl there that nothing happened. It just, she couldn't get into it. She actually got frustrated. But about a couple weeks before that, well, actually a few months before that, I had started an amazing journey with a spiritual mentor that was all about healing at the level of the mind. And we ended it with a psychedelic trip that even brought me a whole new understanding at the level of the mind. And I knew the power. I had done so much work in healing at the level of the mind, but I still thought I was a body. So that means my body, in my neurological system or whatever I believe I have, was still holding on to all this junk. But because I had already done the level of healing at the mind, when I went to this breathwork session, I was like, game on. We are going to clear ourselves of the demons, and sure as shit we did. But if breathwork alone healed you or released that stuff, then the other woman that was there, who had this, like, he was on a microphone and leading us all through a group exercise, she would have also had a demonic release like I did, or what felt like that and appeared like that, but she didn't. So again, it was my perception of it. It was me already have done the work at the level of the mind to allow myself to release what I believed my body was holding on to. It was just magic. But magic only works based on your perception. That guy did not work miracles. That guy instead provided me a safe space that was free of judgment, provided me a magic pill that allowed my mind to release what it think it needed to release. And the other girl, her mind was like, hell no, this crap doesn't work. I don't want to go there. And guess what? She did not go there. So the body keeps the score, friend. But if you haven't done the healing at the level of the mind, your body can't even release it. This fake body you believe you have can't even release it. But the holy grail is the remembrance that you are not a body. Then you don't have to do all this trauma work. Yeah, maybe you have to clear some of it out to be able to accept it, which that's great. That is a walking stick. But the crutch is when you believe that your body is the place to heal your trauma, because your body is the creator of your trauma. So if your body is the creator of the trauma, that means the second you heal it, your body will create new trauma. Because literally that is what it's created for. It's created for sacrifice, separation, and pain. Pain and suffering, my friend. So the more room you clear out, believing you have healed it at the level of the body, that body was made for that. Your body is going to do it in a heartbeat and refill you up with trauma. Because that's its job. That is literally its job. So if you want long-term sustainable healing, then healing at the level of the mind is literally the only way. Yeah, you can dabble in healing at the level of the body all you want, and it's fun, and it's exciting, and it feels great. It feels like a release. But until you understand that you are not a body, you will continue to experience trauma, because that is the vessel for trauma, is your body. So my conclusion is the book, The Body Keeps the Score, is correct. The body does keep the score, because literally only having a body is what allows you to have trauma. So of course the body has to keep the score. It is the creator of the trauma, is the storer of the trauma, is the only reason you have trauma is because you believe you're a body. So if you're seeking eternal peace and love that is long lasting, then healing at the level of the mind is where it's at, my friend, but that choice is up to you. Remember, magic is great if it's used as a walking stick, not a crutch. So if you need a little body healing magic to help you move through some things that you think are stored in your body, fine. Go for it. I've done it. It's wonderful. It's amazing. But that is not the end all be all. So if that is where you stop and you question why you're not getting any better, remind yourself, oh shit, Ashley's video said that my body is a trauma making machine. That's what it's made for. It's made for me to experience separation and sacrifice and suffering. So duh, I'm still experiencing it. And duh, a year ago, I had an amazing breathwork release, but now my life is falling apart because it's not sustainable. Something new will fill it in because that's its purpose. Okay, I was really excited to do this video, you guys, because Body Keeps the Score and the Tiger book and all of it. I was so big into somatic breathwork, and I saw myself being a breathwork practitioner. And I use breathwork sometimes with clients to just help them refocus, because the reality is when you still think you're a body, those body magical tools are helpful, but they're walking sticks. So I was excited when I had this like epiphany. Thank goodness my mentor sent me this thing in a book that talked about it. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's why. That's why we have trauma, because we believe we're a body. So I'd love to hear your takeaways. I feel like I could talk about this for an hour. So if you want another video on it, give me some specific questions to address, because you guys, this is a huge movement right now, is body work. I mean, the Goop Lab, all these different practitioners are coming forward and taking over the world with body work. And again, it's not bad. Nothing is bad or good, but it's magic. It's not sustainable. It is not a miracle. A miracle is at the level at the mind, choosing love over fear. Remember, love over fear. And it can only happen at the level of the mind, not your brain. Share, let me know your thoughts. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being a part of this community. And as always, remember you are worth it, friend. Bye.